Let's talk about the Champions League, Jose Mourinho and Gareth Bale. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to another video in Real Madrid news. We are going to talk about tomorrow's game in the Champions League. Real Madrid takes on Ajax, trying to reach the quarterfinals again, and we are also going to talk about Jose Mourinho's situation and the latest quotes of Gareth Bale's agent attacking Real Madrid fans. But before going with all of that, I remind you to subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated on Real Madrid news. After one of the toughest weeks in Real Madrid's recent history, tomorrow is time for the Champions League. Real Madrid has a terrific score because they won 1-2 in Amsterdam a few weeks ago, but tomorrow Real Madrid has to prove they're still a contender in the Champions League. There are several doubts in the starting lineup and we are going to talk about them now. First of all, Sergio Ramos won't play this game because he's suspended because of the yellow card he saw in the previous game, and he won't be eligible to the quarterfinals if Real Madrid make it through. Nacho will play in the center of the defense, and I think that Santiago Solari will continue to start Sergio Reguilón on the left because he's been maybe the best player in the double-header against Barcelona. I think this kid has really stepped up and he's ready to go against any opponent. He's made a couple of brilliant games against Barcelona in both sides of the football, defending and attacking. He did really well in the Wanda Metropolitano against Atletico a few weeks ago, and I think that right now at this specific moment he's more reliable than Marcelo. So I think that the academy player will start again tomorrow, and up front I think that Lucas Vázquez is going to be again in the starting lineup. I think that the second Clásico, the League One, was the last chance for Gareth Bale. I think that he didn't make the most of that opportunity, and tomorrow Lucas Vázquez is going to play. This energetic Ajax team, this young Ajax team, is going to test Real Madrid in defense. It's going to test Real Madrid all around, and Lucas Vázquez provides more to the team than Gareth Bale, especially when the offensive players have to come back to help the team. So I think that Solari will be back to Lucas Vázquez, and this is a personal feeling, but I think that we might see changes in the midfield. I think Casemiro is going to play. He's one of a kind in this team right now, since Marcos Llorente is still injured, but we'll see what happens with Toni Kroos. The other day in the press conference, Solari was asked twice about Toni Kroos change, and he spoke about the youth players who are stepping up in this Real Madrid, and he brought to the conversation the name of Fede Valverde, who substituted the other day Toni Kroos, and he did really well because he provides energy to the team, and right now Toni Kroos is quite clear that he's underperforming. So we'll see if tomorrow the German midfielder, one of the best midfielders of his generation, joins Marcelo, Isco and Gareth Bale as the group of players who have been downgraded by Santiago Solari in this season. I have to say, guys, that I'm quite concerned about tomorrow's game because we can't omit what has happened since the first leg. In that game, Real Madrid had a terrific score after a very doubtful performance, but since then Real Madrid has played really bad, especially against Girona and in the last game versus Barcelona. I think that they did really well in the Copa del Rey, but the team's self-esteem right now is not at his best, and I think that tomorrow we need the A version of Real Madrid. I know these players have won the Champions League 3 in a row, they know how to get the job done, but the score is not as good as it could be in a different scenario. So focus and don't let the season get away from us tomorrow too. And let's talk now about Gareth Bale's agent latest interview, because he has attacked Real Madrid fans and he has told that Gareth Bale is going to continue in Real Madrid for the next season. I think that the agent is out of his mind because he has attacked the fans, and that's something you can do to protect your guy. Jonathan Barnett has told that this generation of Real fans will be talking about Gareth's goal for years to come. Frankly, they should be ashamed of themselves. Gareth deserves the greatest of respect. The way Real fans have treated Gareth is nothing short of a disgrace. Despite what the Spanish press are reporting, he's happy. He speaks reasonable Spanish and there is no problem between him and the rest of the Real players. The people writing these things know nothing about him. There has not been one single discussion about Gareth leaving Madrid. He isn't going anywhere this summer. Despite what's being reported, he's happy. He wants to stay at Real Madrid and they want him.
To a club that I've been before?
Yes.
If I think is the right club, the right structure, the right ambitions, no problem at all. I think is really a reason of pride when a club where you worked before wants you to come back. The only moment where I had this feeling was with Chelsea, not with Real Madrid.
They're still an iconic club.
They are the iconic.
You believe? Yeah. Number one?
I think so.
In the world?
I think so. You know, 13 champions in here.
That's quite good, isn't it?
So it was Jose Mourinho in beIN Sports, one of the media outlets he's working with during his absence of coaching, and I think that this rumor of Jose Mourinho coming back to Real Madrid is increasing here in Spain. In my Spanish channel, I reported like 3 months ago that Jose Mourinho is the favorite of Florentino Perez to be the coach next season, and we'll see what happens. It's very clear right now that Real Madrid is going to have a rebuilding process, and I'm not quite sure if Jose Mourinho in 2019 is the right man for doing that. I think that almost 10 years ago, when Real Madrid hired him for the first time, he was arguably the best manager in the world, of a top 3 manager in the world. But I think that right now he's out of that mix, and think that he's not one of the greatest managers in the world anymore. And I'm not quite sure if this is what Real Madrid needs right now. Real Madrid looks desperate. Real Madrid looks like they are going to go to a rough process, but I'm not quite sure if the great Jose Mourinho, the special one, is the guy. So guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this Real Madrid news video. Tomorrow I'll be back as well after the game with the review. I hope we can make it, we can win tomorrow and continue in the contest for this Champions League. But leave your comment about your thoughts on the game, your projected starting lineup, the thoughts on Mourinho or Gareth Bale's agents world. Whatever you want, leave your comment, subscribe and hit the like button. See ya in the next video.